Be in. So because the opponent's team has drafted the civilizations, means we don't have the exact optimal civilizations for 2v2 Arabia, but we still have some good ones here. We've got Italians for blue, and we've got Slavs for Yukgit. Those are some pretty freaking good civs for team game Arabia. If one player is going to be playing archers and the other player is going to be playing scouts. Sora, Kuma playing as the Franks, Z40 as the Vikings. Z40 crushed it as the Vikings last time we watched. When we watched the matchup against Jibatong and Daniel, he absolutely carried with the Vikings. His eco was insane. He was slinging a ton. He was taking map control. He had like 100 Arbalists at some point. So that's sick. Closed casting, number of approved. What the fuck are you What are you talking about? Exercet. What are you yapping about, dude? All right. Yukgit with the Slavs. It would be good synergy. Your allies and you both get military population, or sorry, population from your military production buildings, which is excellent. And if you play into scouts, Slavs obviously get the farming bonus, which is super sick, right? Also, monks can grab the relics faster. They've got a decent late game. There's a lot of benefits to having the Slavs in Arabia team game. It's more beneficial if it's 3v3 or 4v4, because then that bonus expands to more of your teammates, but it's still really, really good. Italians, you can add the trade cheaper, which is good, right? You go up to the next stage, or cheaper rather, and your archers have +1 armor, which is super cool. Also, condos are available in Imp, but in 2v2, not the greatest unit, especially against Franks and Vikings who don't get any gunpowder at all. Well, Franks do, but Franks usually aren't playing into that. All right, so Scout came forward from blue over here. Tries to harass the boar from Sora Kuma. It doesn't work. Franks, obviously, one of the classic Arabia civilizations. Going to play into scouts, then into knights. He's going to have super strong paladin at the end of the day. Should have the strongest unit in the on the field in that paladin. And farm upgrades being free is also amazing. And then, of course, Vikings wheelbarrow and handcart for free. Insane eco bonus. Still one of the best in the game, if not the best. I'm still laughing about the Hera vs. Leary show match. I get closed casting, but no casting is new. Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. If I wanted to, I could have like did a watch party on their POVs, but nah. Rather go get a workout, you know? Welcome in, everyone. I might hop into the King's Gauntlet sets later. I know Tofu and Amphi are pretty close. I'll probably miss that one, but the one I'm really looking forward to is Yamato versus Day 9. Just to watch Yamato one trick and see how Day 9 reacts to it. Because Lewis was teaching him last night, but I don't know. There's quite an age gap between Day 9 and Lewis. I think Day 9 is like twice Lewis's age. And there seem to be some communication issues there, too. It should be good, though. Love me some 2v2s. The last 2v2 we saw went to 5 games. It was really good. Shamburger, thank you for the 40 months, bro. Appreciate you. Also, I've been uploading more things to YouTube. We'll see if I'll keep it up. Probably not, but I'm going to try. So if you guys have, want to watch anything I've cast in the last few days, just go to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. This will probably get there, too. Unless it's like a 3-0. Now, I think Yukgit and Blue, their strongest map here is going to be Arabia. I looked at their set that they played previously, and they won the first game of Arabia, and then they lost the next 3 on the hybrid maps. I don't know much about Yukgit, but I have seen him on Spec Dashboard for like the last 2 years. Blue is obviously a young, up-and-coming player. Believe he's from Taiwan as well. And he's been doing a really, really good job climbing. Yukgit has just kind of been around. It's best of 7. Oh. Is it now? I guess it is. Just hopped in from the Bazzi random vid. What part were you on when you hopped in? Because there is a moment in that set. There is a moment in that set that was really good. Actually, which Bazzi random video are you on? Are you on the Turs one or are you on the Neos one? I'm not spoiling, dude. I'm just saying that there's a moment. Game 2, Cumin, second TC coming up. Okay, you haven't gotten to the moment. All right. Okay, so full walls over here for Yukgit. He's leaving this side of his base open, but this is a good wall. It'll secure his berries and eventually his gold. Not a ton of early aggression, just some scouts moving forward. They're trying to take out the scout there from Z40. Scout from Blue is also over here helping out his teammate. And Z40 is playing into archers. Double range, standard Arabia play on 2v2. Villager has wheelbarrows, so it's a little fast. But Yukgit will get the villager early. And the villager count is now 48 to 47. In terms of the total team population. Sora Kuma, a little bit slow. And he's going after the scout player. So I don't know if there's going to be many opportunities to hit things over here. Might end up finding this village. There's beautiful stack there against that. Yukgit will wall that off. And Sora Kuma is going to have to leave. So one villager dead from tag. No villagers dead yet. At least I don't think so. From the other side. And they're not. This team's name isn't actually Team BB. It's Team something. There's a bunch of like Chinese characters. And then it has BB. So I just call him Team BB. I apologize to the team. I don't know what your name is. I can't put those, you know, characters in and then call it out as a team name. You're Team BB now. You're my BB. We might call them Habibi. Good morning, Dave. Why am I yelling? I don't know about Julio. Why are you yelling? All right. Archer came forward with a spearman early, not able to do any damage. Where's the archer mass, really, from Team BB? Where's Blue with his archer mass? He's got some over here, and he's heading towards the woodline. Wheelbarrow will help here. Fletching is in, but wheelbarrow means the villagers are faster. Z40, though, not paying attention immediately, and he's losing one already. How much damage are they doing over here? Not really that much. He's lost 2 villagers, and he's just now getting fletching, so he can't range the villagers on the berry right away. Yukgit going for a tower. That's actually, I think, a pretty good tower. That'll save his stable over there. And Z40 not wanting to go for the tower over here. He'll probably want to save that for his gold. He's just trying to save as many villagers as he can. 2 villagers lost isn't the worst for Vikings because you have wheelbarrow and handcart. Your eco's still pretty good. But 3 villagers? Potentially 4 villagers? That could be an issue. Sora Kuma seeing the army coming across from Blue. He signaled that. Blue is... This is confusing because Sora Kuma is blue, but Blue is blue as well. But he's blue is red. Whatever. Blue says, okay, we got to go back. I saw his scout. He's going to try and stop me from coming across. And Yukgit joins him. It's all about link-up play here. Can the archers link up with the scouts? The armor is coming in for the scouts now from Yukgit. It's already in for Sora Kuma. Yukgit scouts will be better once he gets bloodlines, but right now the Frank scouts have more HP. And even the wolf is joining in. Never mind. The wolf is dead. second armor, or sorry, armor is in for the Italians, but it counts as a second armor here because they get that extra pierce and melee armor on their archers. So straight up archer battle should be much better for red. We'll just call him red, even though he's blue, because there's another blue. Big Red. We'll just call him Big Red. Confusing as fuck. Just roll with it, dude. Just roll with it. Here comes Bloodlines. Here comes Forging. So the individual units from Team BB are better, significantly better, actually, than the individual units from Tag. Armor is in for those scouts. Yukgit dives in there. Tag is up on the hill, but I think the unit diff is going to carry the day here. The extra armor for those archers, meaning that the archers from Z40 can't really take them down, and the extra HP from Bloodlines on Yukgit is amazing. Defender's advantage here for Tag as those scouts get to the field really quickly, but the archer army is still alive for blue, and blue is up to the castle. Well, red is up to the castle age, but his name is blue. We understand. Surely we're all smart enough to understand who blue is and who is red. And the blue-red is actually blue. Are Italians cracked? Italians are pretty cracked, yeah. Turn Sora to a different color? Nope. We're stuck into it. This is warm versus cold colors. Odd versus even. Castle Age timing is sick here for the Italians player. Castle Age is now on the way for Z40. Not a lot of pressure coming towards the base of Team BB. Third archer range now being added by blue, who is also red. And a stone wall behind. So Sora Kuma is going to give up his stables. If Yukgit gets more scouts over here, he can kill those. Right now, they're trying to just go through the house, though. Is Castle Age coming in for Yukgit? Not really. He's still just producing scouts. Sora Kuma is going to try and get to Castle Age. He loses 2 villagers, though. Excellent team play. An excellent Civ synergy from Team BB. And, I mean, our Italians player, Blue, who is red. Sorry, it's getting old already, but whatever. So am I. He's going to have plenty of resources to get all of his upgrades. That +2 armor, if he gets it for the archers, will be huge for him as well. This would be very difficult to take out. Another villager goes down. Do they just go right in towards this tower? I think they do. Oh, boy. The villagers are on the run. These ones don't have wheelbarrow. They're not fast enough. Archers are coming over from Z40, but wildly out of position. That's an amazing start for Team BB. And now look, more villagers being ranged. Sora Kuma was not producing military. He tried to hit that Castle Age timing, and now he's going to lose so many vills. How many has he lost already? Like 7? 8? And now Castle Age is on the way for Yukgit. He uses the market a little bit. Archers are over here from Z40. Ballistics still not in for blue. He went for a second town center instead. But his archers are just significantly better than these ones. And he's got the hill. Wonderful micro there. Dodging with the units in front that green is targeting. Sitting on the hill, denying the wood line, denying the stone. All the villagers going into gold over here from Sora Kuma. Look at the villager difference already. 19 or 18 villager difference. As he comes over towards the Vikings player, goes for that second TC, and now he can afford the university. And this is just so much damage sitting up here. This means that none of the armies can come forward. They have to deal with this first. Can Sato and MBL play for tag? I don't think so. This tournament? I think it's probably only citizens. Right? Like, Daniel was born in Hong Kong, I believe. So that's why he's in this one. The rest of the players are from like Vietnam, China, Taiwan. I think there's Japanese teams as well. I think Chart's in there. I don't know. All right, so this army finally gets cleared up, but Ballistics is on the way. Panic Tower coming in as they try to make their way in. Forward Monastery from Yukgit as well. And all of the cavalry upgrades are coming in for him. He's got 22 on food right now with Slav. Should be pretty good. And this is a disaster, dude. This is before Ballistics comes in, but it doesn't matter. Because the crossbows are right on top of the villagers. This is like, go GG, go next territory. I told you Blue and Yukgit would be feeling most comfortable on Arabia, and it certainly looks like it. Z40 and Sora Kuma beat Jibitong and Daniel on Arabia in their last set as well. Who's the favorite to take this set? Oh, Tag, for sure. Tag, for sure, is the favorite. But Arabia, these two guys, they look pretty good. I'm not going to lie. They look pretty good. Monk's now targeting some of the villagers. +2 armor is in for these light cav, and this should be some more dead villagers from our Vikings player. Crossbows are cleared up over here. The knights are coming forward trying to cut off the reinforcements, so Blue is going to need to try and mass up crossbows at home. So far, he's just been streaming units across. But now that the knights are there, he'll need to mass up a big army. Still, the eco count is insane. The eco count is like, what, like 60 or 50 villagers ahead? It's just too much at this stage. And a second town center from our Slavs player. It's 1 TC each from both the Tag boys. +2 armor is difficult. If you don't stand your ground with the crossbows, your villagers die. If you do stand your ground with the crossbows, your crossbows die. More villagers going down. Knights are coming in over here looking for value. It's still just light cav spam for Yukgit. He's got some monks to back it up. The crossbow army is where? There's 10 here. Oh, 12 more over here. Ugh. Yikes. All right, finally some raids. The gate was opened. I don't know if it was a villager or a light cav, but some pesky unit opened the city gates. And the knights came in from Sora Kuma. They finally got some villager kills, but he's still at 44. Yukgit is at 59. Blue is at 74. And Z40 is at 35. Good few moments here for Sora Kuma. He's going to get himself on the board with some eco kills, but look at this eco KD. 14-0 for Blue, 23-10 for Yukgit, 0-23 for Z40. And now Sora Kuma is about to feel the pain because these crossbows have been hiding back here for a while, and they'll come over towards this gold. I think he might suspect that the crossbows are back here. And this is still great. Thick Rob, thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. Huge. Oh, man. I mean, quick recognition from Sora Kuma to realize that they were here. And save as many villagers as he could. But still brutal. He'll have to focus back here. I think it might have been better overall for Blue to just target the villagers. He probably could have killed like 10 or 11 vills. Yukgit is busy monk microing while the knights are still roaming around in his base. He's still at 40. He lost a lot. Oh my god. He's at 40 villagers now? Oh my goodness. He's lost 26 vills because he couldn't deal with that raid. Probably busy forward here. He's still killing villagers from green though. Is that a way back in for Tag? It doesn't feel like it. I mean, this is just such a good eco back here. 89 villagers is more than the entire team combined for Tag. And I think Blue's got what it takes to carry that eco forward and carry the game. He's about to click up to Imp. He's clicking up to Imp now. And he's finally just massing crossbows at home. I don't know about the decision from Yukgit to go for, like, a Siege Monk forward. That was kind of weird, right? Siege Monk forward, it saps all of your gold. Then you go into Light Cav, but your Light Cav can't really counter the Knights from Sora Kuma. Imperial Age is on the way from Z40. Only Vikings, dude. 40 villagers. Just mass up crossbows, get to Imp, and hope for the best. The only reason they're still playing is because they got so much damage against yellow. One Mangonel could do a lot of damage here, too. The Knights are over here, though, from Blue. Or one Knight, rather. I think they're a little bit nervous about the Mangonels coming in. I'd love to see more ranges over here. Okay, he's adding 2 more. You got to have a ridiculous amount of crossbows, and you also need to be with your ally. Blue took an early lead, but, I mean, he's kind of been tossing away armies. You know, sending only 10 at a time. Instead of having that big mass of, like, 40. Now he's signaling, so his ally comes back across. I think Sora Kuma might have missed his window to dive on this army. He will be sending more knights back across from here. Still has to worry about some cavalry in the back. But once Imperial Age comes in and Bracer comes in, it's going to get very, very annoying to try and clear these crossbows. Oh, Blue. No, 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 no. Blue. Blue, 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 blue. This is not... No. This is not it, dude. Imperial Age is in for Z40. They're going to try and clear this army. He's going to need to get Bracer as quickly as he possibly can. He's also getting Arbalest. And Yukgit will need to sacrifice this whole army to protect these crossbows. This is the most important element right now. If Sora Kuma and Z40 push like crazy, Yukgit's got to be in front. Blue now sitting on the hill. Bracer is in for Z40. He's getting chemistry right now. And now Bracer and Arbalest being in here. As Sora Kuma stacks into these Arbalists and clears up a lot of them. Is this enough? No, it's not. They're operating on the premise that if they get a big enough military, they can snowball to victory. But the eco for the Italians player is just too good. The eco for Italians is too freaking good. Yukgit is now 4 TC. It's still only 1 TC Knights for Sora Kuma. And now Blue is getting coinage. So he can potentially sling his ally up. Because he's going to be floating a lot of resources, right? Look at all that wood. This is slightly annoying for Yukgit. Kind of wants his knights forward, supporting his ally, and not back here clearing this. But I think he should probably pull like 5 or 6 back here. Lost the start of the game. How come Tag is that behind on eco? They got absolutely slaughtered early Castle Age. Actually, late Feudal, I guess. They got slaughtered. It was just better link-up play from Yukgit and from Blue. So Tag, the only reason Tag's still in this is they're like half the villager count, is the fact that they got a lot of damage on Yukgit. But he's already back. He's at 89 villagers. Finally, a second TC here for Sora Kuma. Full military production for them. They're still trying to snowball, but not even Arbalest for our Vikings players. So it's no Arbalest, less Pierce Armor, no Thumb Ring available, and a forward castle on his ally. They're hoping that the 33 knights versus 23 knights can get the job done. All right, well, second TC goes up, and second TC is about to go down. As the bombard cannons are here. Oh, man, he could have got some huge shots there. He didn't connect with the bombard cannons, though. The knights are coming in. The castle is right there behind. He will sacrifice a lot of knights trying to get these bombard cannons. Is it worth it? I mean, he dies if the bombard cannons are on the field, but he dies if he loses all of these knights, too. And that should be the GG. GG comes in from Sora Kuma. Nice attempt, but Team BB, you know, Arabia is kind of their home map. They take the win there. Arabia is always the first game of these sets. And just a better game overall. Really love the play from Blue. Yukgit, a bit of a question mark. He was really good early, supporting his teammate and getting the villager kills onto Z40. But this is... This cost him like 30 villagers going for this. He could have just made knights. And he would have been fine, but... Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to lock down the Vikings player and make sure he never got up. Eco disparity is there as well. I mean, super advantage for Team BB. So, they take game number 1. If you're wondering about the Civ draft and why it looks so weird and why we have all these purple icons, it's because it's really interesting. It's because your opponent drafts your team or your Civs. So Team BB over here drafted the Civs for tag and vice versa. There's also some random civilization bans here. So you will get good civilizations available because there's only so many Civs in the game. And a lot of them are taken up by the bans and the ones that are already picked. So you can't always just draft trash Civs. If you look at these drafts, though, you will notice that the shittiest Civs are at the top and the better Civs are at the bottom. So if you're seeing, you know, skulls at the bottom, it's not necessarily good. It's a whole reverse of what you're used to. Loss for the Franks, loss for the Vikings. Sergeant Salty, thank you for the 27 months. I don't have a map to mark down on the map draft because every set opens with Arabia. So that's what Team BB has won there. Let's take a look. Are they into game number 2? They're getting it set up. Looks like they're going African clearing. So the worst Civs are Inca and Goths. That's what they think, yeah, for team games. Dude, what a fall off from Inca. What an absolute fall off. They used to be so good. As soon as they lost Eagles. Damn, nobody respecting the champy. All right, so African clearing coming up. It's going to be Huns and Hindustanis. HH for tag. And it'll be Jurchens and Gujaras. So each Civ has a camel Civ. Or each team has a camel Civ, rather. Gujaras match up decently against Hindustanis. They match up really well against Huns. The wild card here is going to be Jurchens. Our mirror images, and when we kiss, they're perfectly aligned. Who do you think will win, Canada versus Qatar? Canada. I think that Jonathan David will actually have a good game, and he won't be hot garbage this game. Also, we get Alfonso Davies back. I saw he was ready to play. which is huge. I mean, he's by far our best player, right? And we didn't have him for the first game. Okay. Game 2, Team BB against Tag, and we got African Clearing, little Nomad start to get us rolling. We're going to have Yukgit in the corner. That's a good position. And you can see Blue signaling this. He's saying, let's both be in the same corner. I don't know what he's looking for here. Maybe looking for a pond? Oh, no. He doesn't see a pond. Sora Kuma setting up over here. Z40 setting up over here. They're going to have plenty of room, but we will have a mutual defense pact for Blue and Yukgit. The TC for Blue is very late, though. Very, very late. The Hunnic player will also get a horse. That's the reason that Sora Kuma has picked Huns here. So he's going to be able to scout like the entire map. They'll get a lot of herdables. And they'll be able to use those. You can see Blue already sending all of his sheep over here. You don't want to be scouting the map too heavily with the sheep. You want to give those to the Gajara's players so he can garrison them and get that food ticking upwards. And also the Hunnic horse will be on the field any second now. Sora Kuma did have to walk a long way for his town center. Like, he's still only building with one villager, and even though the TC was down later for Blue, it'll be up faster. Surely, right? Yeah, slightly faster. Half a second. Here comes the horse. Here comes the Hunnic horse. Now, Huns always seem dangerous on this map, but every single time I've seen them play, the horse dies to a TC like immediately. So see, we shall see how well this horse stays alive, if it does at all. 7 sheep inside the mill. That's pretty good. Pretty good for Yukgit. Unfortunately, he went for that mill, and he did not have a straggler tree near his town center. So he has to long distance take wood from this wood line. He has identified that early, though, which is fantastic. So he'll be able to come over here. 3 trips from the wood line. And then he gets the lumber camp. And then he'll have to get loom and then get a house. Because he won't have enough wood for a house and a lumber camp. He goes for the house first. Okay. And then one more trip, I suppose, into the lumber camp. So he doesn't want to get loom. Does not want to get loom. I guess that's smart. Over here, Z40's got a good setup. Setup over here for Sora Kuma as well. The Hunnic base always looks like so dystopian, you know? Apocalyptic. There's no houses. There's nothing. There's just like 2 buildings. That's it. Who is Yukgit? He has been around. He is always playing team games. I think it's like 2K5 or something, right? 2K6. Okay, so he's a really good player. The berries spawn outside the TC on Nomad? Yeah. I guess that's because you can't, like, overlay them over the foundation. Ferox, thank you for the year, man.
At Dave_, what's up, man? Need more team games in my life.
I do too, man. Fortunately, we have the league coming up. I do need more team games as well. So, Civ matchup questions. Jurchens and Gajaras. Gajaras really do well against Huns. We know that. They can cancel out the Hindustanis to some extent. The question is just Jurchens. Is it Cav Archers from them? Grenadiers seem really slow. Also, these aren't javelinas. These are bush pigs. What? I haven't seen bush pigs yet. They only have 300 food, so it's not that impressive. Iron Pagoda. Is Iron Pagoda good? He is fish booming. Blue is going to go for the fish boom. So they have deliberately walled themselves into the corner of the map. And he's going to go for the fish trap boom. In this corner. African bush pig is a real thing. I'm not disputing that it's a real thing. I'm just saying I haven't seen it in the game. I also haven't seen one in real life. Well, not that I know of. Maybe in a zoo. Your mom's an African bush pig. God. Got his ass. So there is a scouting difference as well. And a score difference because of it. They know where their opponents are. They know where they aren't, which is everywhere else. So they know they're both in the corner here. So we'll go from their scouting to this scouting. Not great. It's like some kind of weird fungus. All right. So the fish boom is on. I don't like how close they're walling here towards this. I guess it makes sense early. But if you're going to get both players in the corner here, you're going to need more access to resources, right? Each of them has 1 gold and 1 stone. Second pond is here from Yukgit, but no second pond yet from Blue. Big walls as well for Sora Kuma. He's trying to keep himself safe. Still scouting with the horse. And we see Z40, the only player going for a faster Feudal Age. He'll be going for scouts. Hindustanis will get the extra bonus from their mountain units against buildings, so maybe his scouts can get inside. He'll have a lot of mobility. He'll have a lot of control over the map. And they see that Feudal Age time, Team BB, and they instantly start team walling. His fish are exposed, though. He'll need to figure out a way to protect these against the hunted cav archers, which should be the play from Sora Kuma. Feudal Age on the way for both Team BB members. It's 25 villagers up for Sora Kuma. Is that not, like, really late on African clearing? Maybe it's just the bush pig diff? You don't have the resources you need? That feels really late. It's already got 500 food. Huh. Probably castle in front. I don't think so. You might just be trying to go for, like, cav archers or something. FC is common on this map. FC is the most common play, true. FC or scouts. But 25 vills is very, very late to go up. Like, look at his resources. He already has enough to click up to Castle Age. He should have gone up, like, 2 villagers sooner. So Hindustani scouts are going to be annoying against that house. Yukgit and Blue. Well, Blue won't. Something's wrong with his eco balance. Something's heavily wrong with his eco balance, considering his Jurchens. He's not going to be able to have enough to go up, but Yukgit will easily have enough. And he's already on the way to Castle Age. I guess Blue just wanted to get up early so he could start making fish traps. Fimp? No, I don't think this is a fast Imperial Age. Archer range being added by Blue. More scouts coming out from Z40. That's so many scouts. Wow. That is a lot of scouts from the Hindustanis. And that's actually, like, way more feudal pressure than you would expect. Yukgit's going to wait till Castle Age before he engages with this camel. Because it'll automatically turn from a camel scout into a camel, and it'll be a Gajara camel as well, so it should be able to, like, do some serious damage against the scouts. It's actually already doing serious damage, and he's producing more of them. So it's more camel scouts coming onto the field. This is interesting from Z40, though. He wants the melee unit to apply a little bit of pressure, and then it'll be cav archers behind from Sora Kuma. I still think he's just like, wait, he could have already been in Castle Age producing CA. He will have a really solid eco, though. Second TC coming in from Yukgit. Gate coming down here from Blue. Blue still hasn't clicked up. He's just fish booming. Something went really wrong with this build. And now the camels are coming over, and Z40 can't fight that. Okay, here we go. Sora Kuma. Cav Archer's coming out. University right away. Might be able to afford a second TC soon, too. Right now, the camels are running the map, though. Before the CA get into a decent mass, Yukgit should have some decent map control over here. Blue is still just chilling in the Feudal Age. Wood upgrade comes in. He got the fishing lines tech. His fishing ships are still exposed to CA. We'll have to garrison those and then ungarrison those, and this will be super inefficient if they ever come over here. He's making archers. This will just be an incredibly stalled out Castle Age, and I don't really think he's going to be playing into, like, Fast Imp or anything either. Need a tower on this pawn? You need something on this pawn. The Cav Archers are already coming over. The fishing play has just slowed him down so much. Watch, when he ungarrisons, they're going to be so messy, too. Disaster, dude. He says, I need the camels back over here. This is my entire food eco. Help. I just didn't like the way he walled. He should have walled like that all the way to this pawn. This would have been a lot of resources, but long term, if you're going to wall yourself into the corner, doesn't seem that good, right? Castle Age comes in now for Z40. Loses a couple scouts. CA are still being extremely annoying over here. His traps do have some Pierce armor and some extra HP, so they're not as easy to take out anymore as they used to be. So none of those have gone down yet. As Castle Age finally comes in, and it's another dock over here for Blue. So Blue is going to try and fish boom in this pawn now. Can you draw it? No. Serious business here. We can't be drawing things, okay? This is an art class. This is Age of Empires. This is extremely serious. I wish Blue was not in red. Okay, next game, I will change him to Blue. The camels are, like, threatening that they're going to come in. Fletching is on the way for Blue. He's still 50 seconds away from Castle Age. A couple Cav Archers did go down, so good job from Yukgit to try and get value here. And these camels are shredding as soon as they get close. These Cav Archers are getting 3 hit by Gajara camels. Oh, my goodness. No bloodlines on them. Actually got some value and allowed time for the buildings to come up behind. The galley is now here to push away any Cav Archers. Jurchen's player is finally in the Castle Age as the University comes up. No, go for crossbowmen and bodkin arrow. Yukgit has 46 villas, so he's got the villager lead right now, but a little bit idle TC time as he's trying to make the camels. They could clear up this army. Like, these camels are doing a ton of damage against this. He keeps picking off reinforcements, too. We look at KD, 15-6. The camels have done really well. 1.6 speed on them, 1.4 speed on the cav archers. So they actually can hunt them down. Now more cav archers dying over here too. But Sora Kuma is adding a third TC. So is Z40. Camels are going to go forward. Still trying to get in here. Z40's got camels as well. His camels attack faster with Hindustanis. We will have the crossbows to potentially push those away, though. And then we have this camel army behind. Still no bloodlines for the cav archers. No armor either. Big fight here. Crossbows are activated. But the cav archers were in the right position. And the camels from Z40 are enough to clear up the camels from Yukgit. Treadmill crane? Did someone get treadmill crane? What the fuck? Why? He got ballistics and treadmill crane. Well, he's going to be building extremely quickly, and they call the GG. And it was Yukgit that GG'd and then resigned first. So maybe a little bit frustrated with his ally. I don't know. I don't know what was going on with Blue this game, but the build was unconvincing. He believed heavily into these fishing ships. And I guess he had the most res collected, but it didn't really make a difference. And Tag wins one. Wasn't super convinced by the play of Sora Kuma, but Z40 played well. And it feels like Yukgit and Blue just made some bad strategic decisions early. They walled themselves in the corner, but they didn't give themselves enough space. And then it was like, let's get up to Feudal Age as quickly as I can so that I could sit there for the next 10 minutes adding fish traps in a pawn that's exposed. Bit weird, right? Bit strange. It's a best of 7, though. Let's see how they respond in the next one. Looks like they're going to be going on to Arena. Nice. 2v2 Arena. Love to see it. Jurchin's loss. Gajara's loss. So, it's good to lose with the civs at the top. Remember, this is a completely warped civilization draft. The opponent's team chooses it for you. It's good to lose with the ones at the top. They're purple because their opponents chose their civs, Maddie. All right, win with the Hindustanis and a win with the Huns. Mid-tier civs. Why did he get treadmill crane? I have no idea. Maybe he's still got hotkeys on the university. Oof, if he did. I love draft like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Good push yesterday, Nias, by the way. The guy folded. Guy folded like a fucking croissant, dude. We're back. Oh, I guess treadmill crane is cheaper with urchins. It's still 300 food though, right? Because it's 300 food, 200 wood, so it'd be 300 food, 100 wood. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth, bro. Treadmill costs stone now? What? What? When did that happen? 200 wood, 50 stone? Oh. Oh. So it's 100 wood, 50 stone? Okay. Alright. Cool. Bro, I had no idea. Okay, arena's coming in. It'll be Poles and Teutons versus Turks and Woo. Okay, I understand treadmill crane now. That's actually an incredibly affordable tech. That's actually a big brain play. We're switching blue to blue. Perfect. There you go, folks. No more confusion. Blue is now blue. And we have arena. Poles and Turtons versus... Turtons? Turtons? Poles and Turtons versus Turks and Woo. We shall see if Sora Kuma is indeed a Woo girl. Which one would you prefer here? I think I'd rather have Teutons and Poles. Apologies. I'm eating a cookie. I didn't want you to hear that. The crunching and the munching and everything. It's a very good cookie. And I have another one here. So I might mute myself again. Because you all know, once you eat one cookie, kind of have to eat a second cookie. Now I want a cookie? Shut up. Well, I have cookies. Did your mom bake them for you? She did, actually. I met my dad. I was at the driving range yesterday. And my dad was coming in as I was leaving. And he's like, stop by your house. Your mom made you cookies. So it's like, oh, okay. Cool. I don't know how they were going to get them to me if I didn't see him, but whatever. Can you mail me a cookie? It won't be the same, dude. Okay, so Teutons Poles feels like this is a tower rush from Yukgit and then a follow-up of some kind from Blue. Poles can be a tower rush civ as well, but I think if you already have Teutons, you would rather opt for them to go for that route. Poles can also be your eco civ or your night follow-up civ or anything like that. We'll see how they want to play it. Tower rush these nuts. Tower rush your own nuts, bro. Respectfully. Like, respectfully, though. It's a good base for Z40. It's a beautiful base. Main gold, stone in the back as well. A bit more awkward here for Yukgit. If he were to tower rush, though, this is, like, not the type of base that you want to tower rush against. So secure. This one's also fairly secure, too. Looks like the main stone is generally spawning at the back. The main gold at the front here for one player. Okay, both of them attacking the same section of wall tells me and tells the other team that it's probably going to be a tower rush. This would be funny, though, if they did this. And, like, these guys are warming up for a full-on tower push from the Teutons and everything like that. And then the other squad just goes fast castle with both civs. That would be impressive mind games. They're queuing up more villas. That might be the case. This isn't going to be a tower rush. I mean, he's already too late to click up. They're just doing this to put it into Tag's mind that it's probably going to happen. That's funny. Now, if they really wanted to fuck with them, they'd have Yukgit go up at the same feudal age timing and just get his upgrades and do like the feudal boom into castle age. Z40 still hasn't done anything to try and like protect against this. Maybe they realize, maybe they've already called their bluff. Maybe they know it's not real. I think they do. All right. Just a nice little boomy game. Feudal Age already on the way from Yukgit. Loom is coming in for Z40, so he does think it's real. He does think it's happening. They just forced him to get Loom. Good. See what you can do with a little bit of mind games? You can delay your opponent by 25 seconds. Force him to spend 50 gold. Fantastic. I hate tower rushes in arena, and one game is random Teuton. I faked fast feudal by queuing 6 villas at once at 19 villagers, then proceeded to go fast castle. Shortly afterwards, my opponent reached feudal and had men-at-arms prepared with no other follow-up. I remember I was playing... Dude, I love mind games like that. I remember one time I was playing against a Turk fast imp, and he had his little hand cannons... And he had like 2 bombard cannons or whatever. And he was pushing near my base and I had nothing to deal with it. So I shift deleted all my forward walls. And he ran like a little bitch back to his base. And it bought me like, dude, it bought me like a minute and a half. I was gonna die anyway, dude. He just, like, he had nightmares about the knights showing up, right? About someone, like, queuing a bunch of shit in the back. And then the knights overwhelming his hand cannons. He ran so hard. Mind games are a thing, man. Castle Age on the way for our Teutons player first. He's on stone, Z40. So maybe he got Loom because he wants to go forward with the castle. Maybe he was going to get it anyway. Who knows? Market stable for Sora Kuma. So he's playing Relic Control. We have Castle Age on the way for blue as well. I'm in the eco. Vic City, thank you for the 7 months, bro. Welcome back. The eco for these two civs is going to be better. Teutons and Poles will have the better economy than Turks and Wu. And I'm wondering what the Wu do late game. Remember, the opponents drafted their civilizations, so they're always not going to have an ideal civ. I guess playing into scouts makes sense with Wu, because you get 55 food from the barracks, 55 food from the stable, right? It's basically free money. Imagine if Theoden blew up the walls of Helm's Deep himself when the Uruk-hai showed up. Imagine. I don't really know if that would have worked, but would have been sick. So this castle drop attempt will be spotted now by Yukgit. He's going to see the villagers coming forward. There's not really that much he can do about it. Loom's already in. There's a spearman here. And there's a light cav as well. Plus, there's the scouts over here. So I wonder how he counters this. He's just going to go for a second TC, and he's going for a monastery. That monastery will die, though. It's a little too far forward. Scouts coming out from blue. He won't be able to stop this castle either. And now Yukgit's on the defense. But Z40's eco is going to be a little bit strained, right? Making Janissaries. Second TC now for Sora Kuma. He'll keep making cavalry. Still no Loom for Yukgit. Loom doesn't make the biggest difference against Janissaries and Castle Fire, but it will against the scouts if they get in. The eco's definitely going to be better for Team BB. The question is whether they can survive. There'll be more monks. He could have still retreated to the Hornburg and the Glittering Caves and would have been better off than defending the Deeping Wall like he did. So Theoden would have been fine. He wouldn't have lost the archers, the elves and archers manning the Deeping Wall. Brother, you sound like a Reddit post. No, even worse. You sound like a 4chan post. That's like the worst insult ever. You sound like a 4chan. Actually, no. A worse insult than that is you smell like a 4chan post. I think that would be the worst insult. At least I didn't say that. Sanctity coming in for the monks. It's 2 TC here. 3rd TC now being added from blue. We have 3 TCs from Sora Kuma as well. And petards are coming out, so he's going to try and make his way through there. I think there's already a hole here. I don't know what a 4chan is. Ah. OMG. He converts it just in time for it to die to a wolf. Never mind, it survives. Bring it back. Heal it up, baby. Let's go. He's going for petards over here. He's not going to try and break in to Yukgit's base. They are going to definitely break in to Blue's base. Another petard coming in. Blue will pull his villagers away. He's getting Loom. The monks are heading across now. He'll have 2 Janissaries to try and counter this with, but there's 4 Janissaries already into the base from blue. I don't think this push does much good, though. The Janissaries being here from Yukgit is really solid. The fact he converted those was huge. Janissaries can clear the weak light cav, then the monks can come over. Try and help his homie out. We still have a stable over here from blue. We've got a siege workshop going up as well. The question is, how much eco can Sora Kuma add behind this? Well, blue is distracted. These light cav are just too weak, man. Z40 now adding a second TC. He's still making Janissaries. We have 55 villagers for Yukgit, 52 for blue, 59 for Sora Kuma. And let's start counting Janissaries now because the conversions are coming in. It's 3 Janissaries already for Yukgit. That'll protect perfectly against these light cav and prevent any more forays into blue's base. 4th TC now going up for him. He's going to spend his wood on more farms and the full work. That food's going to come in quick for him. Also, like, what's the Woo's late game option here? Is it just gonna be like fire archers and champs? Bro, that is a horrifically terrible idea. What on earth is this shit? Listen, Yukgit. We're gonna need to listen. If he doesn't get punished for this, I am just flabbergasted. That castle is way too far forward. I mean, Fletching and Bodkin denies that, right? Misses his shots on the first monk. Conversions were deselected. That monk goes down. This monk goes down. Converted Janissary goes down. He doesn't have Loom. I cannot believe that this castle is about to actually complete. I cannot believe it's about to actually complete. That is what it is at 97.98%. Oh my god, the castle is still not up. Disaster from Yukgit. 4th TC now. We have his Janissaries over here killing a lot of villagers, so I guess that's where he was busy. There was also a big fight behind. These things have killed 7 villagers, so all 7 villagers forward are dead. The castle is at 97.98%. He can go out for it now. Send the vills. He's sending them now. This is a disaster, though. He might not even complete that. Oh, my God. The super doubt. Light Cav now working their way in from blue. Yukgit. Trying to get some Janissaries. He converts a couple of them. Could sneak a villager out this way and like 2-tap this castle. But I don't think he realizes how close it is to completion. And I'm not certain if he's clicked that yet. Go! Go now! Alright, here we go. Castle will be up. Resources are going to be there to click up to Imperial Age too. And he's up to Imp. Yukgit should be able to push this castle back. Remember, Z40 lost 7 villagers forward here, so his eco is not great. He's going for more petards, and they're going to try and break into Blue's base again. Blue's got enough stone for a castle. You can just put it defensively here, and he should be fine. Yep. Better for us, a closer game. Yeah, it's a good game. I'm really wondering what the Blue are going to do. Other than, like, traction trebs and support. I don't know. Look at this. Dude, he's running cover for him. He'll get there eventually. Don't worry about it. Just me and the boys about to blow some shit up. Bottomless mimosa breakfast is pretty popular with woo girls. True. It's not breakfast. If Sorakuma is a real woo girl, then it would be brunch. Ram's now coming out from Sorakuma. It's all light calves so far. But it's 103 and 100 villagers for Blue and Yukgit. Better patrol for sure from Sorakuma. He's going to absolutely destroy that army. And now he'll be going into barracks. Loom also on the way for him now. Maybe some more villagers forward for a castle or something. The push is on into blue space, but the monks are here in support. From Yukgit. I guess he's a monk player. I guess he likes clowning a little bit. He's going to go for some trebs, and he will successfully push that back because Z40 not even on the way up to Imp yet. Surely it's time for Cavalier spam? I don't think so. Yeah, he's switching into Cav Archers. Blue feels like he needs some range units. So Polish CA about to come in. He's running cover for his ally. He's playing into monks. Block printing is not yet in, so he doesn't get the extended range. He's healing with the monks right now. Doesn't make a difference with the Janissaries behind, and the light cap come in, and the monk army's gonna die, but Yukgit has other things to pay attention to, notably pushing back this castle and beginning to mass those Cavalier into Paladin. Good game. Nice push here from Sora Kuma, putting a little bit of pressure on the Polish player. They're trying to buy themselves some time. Sora Kuma's trying to get this forward position set up with the traction trebs once he gets to Imp. Turks will be very dangerous if Z40 does manage to get a full like comp with the Cav Archers and whatnot. But he's just so far behind, right? Timing's looking pretty bad for him. Does have a lot of Janissaries though. And he's putting them in the Rams. Can chemistry be denied here? By just a single Ram? I don't think so. It's only doing 150 to the building. Yeah, it won't be able to deny chemistry. Damn. Look at this from Yukgit. Tough task incoming here for Z40 to try and push these trebs and the Paladin away. He'll try and buy himself some time, but the Halbs from Sora Kuma will need to come this way. They'll need to support his ally, which means the push kind of needs to stop over on this side. And the Janissaries are all inside of these Rams, are they not? Where'd they go? Are they dead? They're dead. It's only got 6 left. Good job from Sora Kuma taking out 1 treb. That significantly stalls the push. Sitting Tiger now coming in for him, so he can get the extra shots on his traction trebs. If they can hold this position and hold this position, they have a way back into this game. A full traction treb mass with like Turk CA and maybe some Halbs in front from the Wu could potentially get the job done. Especially with Blue trying to get this castle up in a really risky position over here. Yeah, you need to side switch a little bit, I think. If they manage to hold, it'll need to be Sora Kuma versus Yukgit, because I think Wu don't have the worst matchup against Teutons. And then it'll need to be Turks versus Poles, because Turks definitely have a better matchup. Wasn't that a Kung Fu movie? Sitting Tiger, Sleeping Dragon? No, it was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Sitting Tiger, Sleeping Dragon. Idiot. Now who sounds like a Reddit post? Exactly. Heavy CA coming in from the Turks, but still is the Teutonic Castle right in his face. And the Cavalier are still around, so he'll need to mass up a bunch of these. He's already got 18 of them. Is there a way back here? Feels like there might be. I mean, Polish CA is not really the optimal comp, and look at these traction trebs. Putting in work, bro. It's like he's got a long-range onager with that unique tech. I think Tag might win this. No Paladin research yet from Yukgit. He might be getting it right now. There we go. He'll come over here with these Paladin. Let's see if Sora Kuma can save his traction trebs. Let's see if these Cav Archers can get here in time to try and help him out. Good shots with the trebs. More halbs on the way out. Paladin still not in yet. More good shots with the trebs. Sora Kuma is a beast with the traction trebs. These Three Kingdoms civs, right? The traction treb civs feel very underwhelming in Imperial Age when they only have 2 or 3 of them. But once you get 8 or 9 or 10 or 15 of these things, especially with Wu with the extra shots, they can be nasty. Now, can Z40 push these castles back? Can he protect his own castle over here? He's got bombard cannons coming out. He's going to try. So forward castle from Yukgit underneath the TC there from Z40. Push still happening here from Sora Kuma. But Paladin is coming in for 25 Cavalier. And Paladin will be a big problem against the Turks. The Turks do struggle against Paladin. Bruh. They have to go like heavy camel against it. But all of his gold has been put into Cav Archers and the Cav Archer techs. Still, it's a great push against blue. Bree, thank you for the 51 months. Welcome back. Winged Hussar on the way for blue. Blue is going to be heavily housed. He's going to lose that castle. He's going to lose the fullworks. He's going to lose some houses over here. Still so difficult. Great support from Z40 to chill neither of these traction trips. Halbs are also here to prevent the Paladin from coming in. Now it's like, can Yukgit kill Z40? And blue dies very slowly. That's kind of the question that they have for this team right now. Traction trips are absolutely farming. Yeah, 52 army for Team BB. Let's see if the shots come in. Dodging the shots with the CA. Some of them anyway. Lot of Paladin going down to Halbs. Not great trades over here. And there's Halbs over here from Sora Kuma. Excellent team chemistry here from Tag. Z40, while he was being attacked, sent like 30 or 40 Cav Archers over here to support his teammate. And now Sora Kuma somehow gets past this castle, which did end up going up, and sends the Halbs over to protect against the Paladin. We've got the castle without crenellations, so the bombard cannons can range that. And Z40 should be able to free up his side of the map and then maybe start working away on this castle. CA mass is getting pretty low for blue. Polish Cav Archers do not match up well against the Turk CA at all. But the army numbers are falling and there's more Paladin over here from Yukgit. And the traction trebs are stuck, so the push has been stalled out on this side. Unfortunately, Z40 will start to push on this side as well, and there's a lot of exposed villagers here. There's a ton. Yukgit will have to pull those away. Z40 gets access to the stones and the golds over on this side. It's a really good, really good game here. Hussar now being added in from Z40. We'll have to start thinking about the trade soon, too. You can see the gold supply much better for Tag. They've done a much better job saving it. Yukgit has been spamming Paladin like crazy. And at some point, he will run out of gold. He's been taking the gold forward, which is great. But now he gets pushed off of this. It feels like he's going to get pushed off of this soon, too. And that is like, dude, that's like synchronized swimming. Except they're swimming in death. They all died in the same position. I love it. Need some more traction. There's a hero? Brother made a hero. What does the Woo hero do again? Does it increase attack rate? Or the shoe one heals. The other one increases attack rate. Ah, military units move significantly faster. How much is significantly? It goes from 1.1 to 1.27. Okay. 15% increase. Not bad. He's also a little beefcake of his own, right? 420 HP, 15 attack. He's pretty powerful. Castle goes down. Gold, stone available. 0 on gold for Yukgit. He's making skirms as Teutons. Salutes in the chat. He's making skirms as Teutons. It's over. They've done it. 5 relics for Sora Kuma, by the way. Dave, may I speak my mind about this game? Yeah, you can. Say whatever you want. Do your thing. The Chittick Legacy is huge for Stack Patrol. They get a little bit of trample damage, these winged hussars, and you can see they just rip through the pikemen, or sorry, halberdier right there. Traction Treb's now going down. There wasn't that much to protect them. Hero is still alive somewhere. He's at the back there. He's increasing the speed of these units. I guess he's not. I guess it's only your own units. Yukgit had better boom, but wasted timing hitting walls with paladins, either wrong unit or opening strat. Maybe. He also didn't get crenellations as well. I think he did delay getting the paladin tech. Or, actually no. He had like 45 cavalier, and then he lost 20 of them before he got to paladin. If he had just kept that whole mass, he would have been able to completely clear Sora Kuma. Are they setting up trade? They finally are right now. No market back here. Another castle here for Yukgit. More full works forward as well from Blue. But the push is still on. Blue still does have gold, because he was being harassed there earlier. So he has gold to add trade cards. But Yukgit, aside from the 2 relics, doesn't have anything. And now Bombard Tower is being researched from Z40. Polish CA, not amazing. They're missing Parthian. They're missing the final armor upgrade. Turk CA, amazing, right? 100 HP. They get Parthian. They get Thumb Ring. Get that final armor upgrade. Not missing anything. Does Z40 have artillery? He does indeed. This is an unstoppable push here from Tag. Amazing recovery there from Tag. Looked like it was they were in a pretty dire situation. early when Blue and Yukgit had better imp timings and they were just their eco was looking really good. But then Blue decided to go into CA, which is very interesting to me. I guess he didn't want to play cavalry because his ally was playing cavalry. But the Polish CA just didn't seem to accomplish a lot, right? Didn't seem to accomplish that much at all. All right, Tag takes another game. EAPM. Average EAPM for Team BB. Almost double that of Tag. See, like better imp timing for both of them. With decent eco as well. Okay, Tag goes up 2-1. Do. Oh, they have Wolf Hill as one of the maps? Oh my god. That was a home map from Team BB as well. Not mini Wolf Hill, no, sorry. So Turks is like the best civ on this draft, apparently. Woo, not so much. Teutons are at the bottom. Poles are also at the bottom. Summon Tree. He's unsummonable. They will go on to Atacama. So we saw this version of Atacama in that Daniel set. It's not so much about the woodline control. The woodlines are pretty spaced out on the 2v2 version, but it still will be about early aggression. And choosing where to put your tower. That's super important. Do you invest the tower onto the woodline or the gold? Because wherever you don't invest it, the initial tower, you're going to get hit pretty badly. You're playing Atacama. You could play Armenians. Armenians, Bulgarians, maybe? And then for tag, it could be like... I don't even know what it would be for tag. Tatars and... I don't know. Dude, someone say something. Oh my god. I hate when there's not a single message in my chat for a minute. Oh my god. I'm gonna say so. Oh my god, thank god. Is there Bazzi random today? No. Makes me feel like I've dropped or something. Wait, you actually like chat messages? I do, yes. Atacama coming up. Poop. Thank you, Dr. Ding Dingler. Thank you. Great first time message. Thank you so much. Kiyoma with a 125 stream streak. Amazing. Thank you, brother. All right, so we have Malay And Armenians versus Tatars and Burmese. Okay. Was that an open license to shitpost? No. What would you name a pet lizard? Lizard. And then I'd say, come here, lizard. And then any lizard people in the room would get confused and they'd out themselves. And then we'd figure out who the lizard people are. Exactly. You always have to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The Canada game is at what, 6 tonight? I'm playing golf at 4. Oof. Might overlap. I'm only playing 9 holes, but it might overlap, unfortunately. All right, so once again, we're changing these boys so that blue is blue. And we see blue over here playing as the Malay. Yukgit's going to be playing as the Armenians. Sora Kuma will be playing as the Burmese. And Z40 will be playing as the Tatars. Atacama, you got all these little nubs of wood, 600 wood on each of them. This map, I think, has generated a few more nubs than your usual Atacama game. But still, at some point, you want to get to this main woodline area. That's quite the woodline setup over here. If you were to set up a camp, maybe both of them could get over there and set up some sort of dual defense. Still vulnerable to towers on the outside, though. When you're looking at these woodlines in the middle, you got to think about where your lumber camp's going to be, how you're going to wall it off, and how you're going to protect it from towers. Viper should change his name to Yellow so he's always yellow. True. Say My Name used to be called Yellow. And then he changed his name. And everyone kept calling him Yellow. And then he changed his name to Say My Name. So I don't know if that's a dig at people that just kept calling him Yellow. Or if it's a joke having to do with the fact that people call him Yellow, but he wasn't yellow in the game. I don't know. I've just realized after saying yellow so many times that yellow is a very strange word. Very strange word for a color. Sounds like I'm summoning somebody. It's one of those words you don't realize is weird until you say it 15 times in a row. Yo! What's up? Damn, Dave, you know your lore. I got some lore in me, yeah, that's for sure. Yo! Peter! Thank you for the 2 months, bro. Welcome back. Hell yeah. Oh, boy. Is that a bush pig? No, it's a javelina. Okay, so Burmese, Tatars, Malay, Armenians. Burmese and Tatars should have a lot more mobility than Malay and Armenians. But Malay and Armenians might have a better power spike, right? Got Malay already setting up a lumber camp forward, so he's thinking he can wall here, maybe set up a gate or something, and then a tower in this area potentially to help him out. Yukgit doesn't really care. He's playing Armenians. He can just shift this mule cart around. He doesn't even need to do anything on that center wood. As long as he protects the villagers around the mule cart, he's fine. The word yellow is from the Old English gielu or gilwe, meaning yellow and yellowish. Derived from the Proto-Germanic word gelwas, it has the same Indo-European base, gel. as the words gold and yell. Gel means both bright and gleaming, and to cry out. Okay. Yeah, the word yellow is from the Old English word for yellow. Yep, true. All right, Yukgit is already going to the center woodline with this mule cart. Okay, cool. Still hasn't found 2 of his goats. That's a problem. Educational stream. I try, dude. I try. If I can't be entertaining, at least I could be enlightening. Right? Alright, so it's a good setup for Yukgit on the woodline. Good setup for blue as well. Got Z40 just now stretching out there. He was taking... Is he taking wood at the back? No, I guess not. And now he goes for the barracks. Ah, he was taking straggler trees. That makes sense. I was like, how on earth did he have enough wood for that? But straggler trees are a thing. Sora Kuma planning on a big enclosed area for his woodline. He's already going over here. Blue has spotted this. And Blue's actually kind of close to the point where he might be able to get a tower. I think Sora Kuma will end up like stonewalling this whole area. Don't know exactly how, but like the ideal thing would be like you do this, this, and this, right? And then you have all of this area in here. And then you could set up a wood line like here or here if you get towered here. You can go like over here or something. Don't know if he'll be able to do that right away though. Stonewall's coming out immediately. Is corner check still a thing? Yeah, but the corners here suck. Haha. Blue is being very annoying with the scout. Nice snipe. Yeah, this corner is a D minus. This corner is a D minus. This corner is a D minus, and this corner is an absolute fail. Double range for Z40. What's the plan for our melee player? Double range as well. Yukgit is playing into scouts. Hyper efficient woodline here for Yukgit with the double mule cart on the woodline. Guess Red did not see your wall plant. Well, I said he's going to do this early. This is the late game wall plant. The pathing from this stable is going to be extremely unfortunate from Yukgit. If he ever changes his waypoint forward, the scout's going to get stuck in here. So he's going to have to keep his waypoint out this way. Also don't think he can get any initial damage really onto Z40 because Z40's done a good job of walling off the gold. And the scouts won't be able to get in. They also won't be able to contest these archers really early either. Scouts over here from Sora Kuma looking for value. There is a spearman there, so he won't want to engage with just 3. He'll want to wait for his ally to get here. Yukgit trying to cut off the reinforcements. Killing 2 archers, that's actually really valuable. It's really nice from him. As Sora Kuma tries to clear this little army from Blue that's at his base. Blue, in the meantime, is massing up archers at home. He has the villager lead because of melee. He went up a little bit sooner, which means he's got 2 extra vills. And he looks to be in a fairly comfortable position. Right now, Z40 and Sora Kuma just playing defense. There's also some exposed areas over here for Z40 now that he's stretched out towards the berries. So maybe Yukgit can find that. Villagers coming back to the TC. Oof. 1 on food right now for Z40. That's it. He needs to get out to those berries. And now he's decided that he needs to drop farms, but that'll take wood away from his archer production. Also, he doesn't really have enough villagers on gold right now to keep the archers coming out. He's over here, and he has sniped the villager from blue on the wood line, but now blue will go for the tower. It's not the greatest tower position, but it does protect the wood line on this side. Let's see what Team BB can do. Can they clear up this main archer mass over here? Yukgit will leave with the scout. He sees the archers eject. He's going to get some value over here against Z40. And he's going to try and get some value over here against Sora Kuma. Rooster, thank you for the 56, bro. Thank you. Welcome back. Hell yeah.
55 months. Let's go tag.
Now fletching coming in for blue. Good link up play from Z40 and Sora Kuma. It's hard for them to reinforce, though. It's a little bit awkward, right? It's also awkward for Yukgit and blue, too, especially if you consider where the stable is from Yukgit. He has added a gate, so the pathing will be better for him. And now he's getting the armor. That armor's coming in quicker than Sora Kuma. They might be able to take this fight pretty soon once that comes in. It's only 20 seconds away. Sora Kuma still hasn't clicked it. He's going for the blacksmith now. Can they take the fight? Can they take the fight? The numbers are looking good. The numbers are looking great for them, actually. Armenians and Malays should have a better eco early, right? And it's actually kind of showing. Burmese will save a little bit on the wood upgrade. And Tatars will have a little bit of extra food early. But it feels like the food would have mattered more for the scout player and not for the archer player. Armor is now on the way for Sora Kuma. They don't want to take this fight until the upgrades are in. Bloodlines is coming in for Yukgit. They take the fight before Bloodlines kicks. Nice snipes here from blue. Coming in from behind. He's trying to take out the archer numbers. The scouts are here with the armor. The armor just now kicks for Sora Kuma. That fight was taken before that upgrade came in. Bloodlines is about to fly in, and the scouts are in on the wood line. They have bloodlines now, and the archers get through the gate as well. The gate closes behind, but who's trapped in with who? Oh, no, dude, what a disaster. Who opened that gate? Who opened the gate? Do not open the gate. Oh my god. What an unmitigated disaster GG called. They took the fight before the armor came in. They felt like they were in a position where they had to. Honestly, I think Z40 would have been better off putting a tower here to defend. And then they just keep running back. But they thought that would work out for him. It definitely did not. We go back like a minute here. It's looking okay. It's actually looking okay for tag. They got defender's advantage with the archers. They have 18 archers against 12. And then it's over. Just like that. Blue had a really good KD. 32-9 is respectable for sure. Better eco for blue and for Yukgit. You can see these guys are like open land maps is where they thrive. Open land maps are going to be really solid for them. They thought they could think, exactly. They absolutely thought that they could think. And that's a loss for both teams on their home map. Regicide Fortress, Wolf Hill, and Coastal Forest remaining. Civs? Malay were pretty high up there on the civs. Armenians were mid-tier. Tatars were also pretty high up there. Burmese is also mid-tier. Feel like home maps are flipped here? Nope. Home maps are not flipped here. Seems backwards? It is backwards. Your opponent chooses your civs, right? Giga, what is this emote? Peepo enlightened. Okay. Yeah, the format's really interesting with this Civ draft. We've done like reverse Civ drafts before, but it's always a break between events with them, and it is fascinating. Now with a best of 7 and a 2v2, there's gonna be so many civs picked that like there's some really good ones, right? If I scroll down and look at the civs remaining that haven't been picked, I mean, it's actually a pretty short list. We have, what, 16 on each side? That's 32. And then we have 10 more in the bands. So that's 42. We're missing, what, 10 civs? Because there's 52 civs now? I think there's 52 civs. It might be 55. Maybe we're missing 13. I don't even know how many civs we have. How many civs do we have, chat? 55? How long were your hair at peak? The longest hair I ever had was probably like 3 inches long. I don't know. $62, 53. I think we have 53. Okay, so there's 11 civs missing. We're going on to Coastal Forest. Muisca for Sora Kuma, Romans for Z40, Dravidians for Blue, and Ketons for Yukgit. So Dravidians and Ketons versus Muisca and Romans. Interesting. I'm sure you had longer hair as a kid. Not really, no. I mean, like 3 inches, 3 or 4 inches is pretty long. Right, Chet? Right, Chet? Pretty long, right? It's gotta be. Dun 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 dun. We're talking about hair, Obsto. Stop being so comfortable. Is it possible to determine flank position by color in Coastal Forest? I think so. Yeah. We'll check. It looks like it, yeah. All right, so once again, we will shift Blue and Yukgit here. Just to conform to his name. Blue is going to be playing on the inside. He's playing as Dravidians, and he will be matching up against Muisca. We can see Sora Kuma already coming forward with these villagers, so maybe trying to lame his opponent. He's got the Champy here. Nice micro there from Blue. Downhill hits. Villager is still here, though. Sora Kuma might be trying to take the boar or something. This map can be very lame heavy in the center area. Another scout coming over from Yukgit this time, though. So I think Sora Kuma needed Loom. Loom is coming in right now. The Champy's going down, but it does take out the scout. Loom is not in yet. He gets the wall down. Good quick wall there from Sora Kuma as Loom flies in as well from blue. Now the players on the outside, Yukgit and Z40, might try and contest water. Romans are pretty good on water. They're not great. Kitons are actually surprisingly good on water because they get double attack upgrade from their from forging and from iron casting, which really applies to the Hulks, especially in Castle Age. That +4 is a huge bonus. Nice snipe there. Yukgit gets the first villager from Sora Kuma. Blue's deer are going to be lamed here. Sora Kuma is going to start the rotting process for those. However, he was unable to take the boar. It's still good to have the villagers forward here, though, and he's going for the settlement because this is where most of the wood is on African, or not African, sorry, coastal forest. Was about to say African coast. There's not a lot of wood back here, so you generally want to control these areas. However, blue has found a decent wood chunk at the rear. Chat is so dead, someone might even attempt a 5 emote long pyramid. Dude, I can tell that summer's here for most of you. The last month has been a little slow in chat. It's hot. I know. People are lazy. I understand. I'm guessing it's also Harris Thing. Yeah, Harris Thing is bringing a lot of new viewers to AoE 2. But it also means that it draws a lot of the viewer base away, right? A lot of like the primes and stuff like that as well go to the streamers competing in that. It's good long term. Just have a little bit of a slow month for me. That's fine. What's that noise? Oh, you can hear that? Oh. There was a guy hammering outside. I will close my door. You won't be casting Harris Thing? I wasn't casting the ones earlier today because they weren't good matchups. It was very clear who was going to win, and they were both going to be sweeps. The Tofu one is a little bit closer. I thought I would be able to cast that one. Maybe. But it doesn't look like it. I want to catch the Day 9 versus Yamato set after this. They were terrible game. I mean, all you had to do is look at the elo difference, right? That, like, your 500, 600, 700 elo difference, like, it's not going to be a good game, right? I've noticed a lot of new players' queues have been faster. Yeah, it's good for the scene. What's Harris think? So he's done very similar to what Grubby's done for Warcraft 3 a couple times. He's had like this streamer tournament where he brings in a lot of streamers from other games and they kind of learn Age of Empires from pro players, and then they have like a ladder race and then a tournament bracket. So the tournament just started today. Any favorite for the tournament? Either Grubby or Thermal for me. I think Lance is kind of a dark horse. I hope for the best for Lance. Doug, thank you for the 38 months. Lance is our guy, by the way. Anyone who watches me must cheer for Lance. Because Lance has been in my channel for years. I think he was watching me during, like, COVID times. Alright, so a little bit of laming here from Sora Kuma. He got the settlement for it. He's going up to Feudal Age. We have Feudal Age on the way for Z40 as well. Fastest Feudal Age is for blue. With Dravidians. And he's going to get some wood to spend on... He's going to have a lot of wood, actually. 550 wood. Could go double range. The gold won't really be there to produce all the archers that he wants, but... Double range is pretty dangerous. If they go up, they might not go up. They might not go up. Good teamwork here. from Z40 and Sora Kuma to try and stall out these ranges. They're going to snipe the villager, and Blue can't do anything with this fast uptime and all of this res. Feudal Age comes in for for Z40, which means the scout is more powerful, and another villager goes down. Somehow I never saw the guy type. I mean, he has like 800 messages in my channel, so. Another villager goes down. This time it's Sora Kuma's. We got a little bit of a fish boom back here. Bigger fish boom than Yukgit does. 7 fishing ships for him. It's only 3 fishing ships for Yukgit, but we have 7 scouts queued from 1 stable? Okay. He's unqueued some of those. He's getting that a little bit more under control. Tag units heal close to the settlement. That is a good point. Confederation units heal nearby. Oh, Confederation heals nearby unit. Oh my god. I swear to god, sometimes I'm like dyslexic. I can't read in order. So the ability is called Confederation, and it heals nearby units. This guy needs to stop hammering outside of my door. Even with the door closed, I can hear it. Alright. Scouts here from Z40. Building up. Got archers from both players here, but Blue took quite a bit of damage. He's at 24 villagers right now, and he's not producing. It's 23 for Sora Kuma, though. So, he's lost 3 villagers as well. 1 more than Blue. Not ideal, surely. Definitely not ideal. Why doesn't he hammer at 5 a.m. like any decent neighbor? No, they're fixing the stairs outside of my place. So it's like a legitimate reason to be there. It's not like your asshole neighbor who has to lawnmower at 6 on a Sunday when you're having company over, you know? Alright, Bloodline's on the way for Z40. Fletching coming in for Sora Kuma behind the walls. Stone walls were a good addition here. Still no pressure on the water at all. And Z40 has had more fishing ships for a very long time. So Z40 should have the best eco so far in the game. And it's kind of showing in the amount of res that he has available. This also has 9 scouts already with bloodlines and with forging on the way. Forging in the armor already in, though, for Yukgit. And Yukgit has left his ally, bro. He left him to die. Where was he going? The villagers were coming forward with a tower, and Sora Kuma and Z40 saw this right away. They said, no way, Jose. And they both dived without any hesitation at all. And all of this is going to be cleared. That's a disastrous play from Yukgit. You can't just leave your ally like that. I mean, maybe he said, I'm going to go look for some more damage, and Blue said, oh, I'm going to be fine, but he definitely wasn't going to be fine. Where was Yukgit when the West Fold fell? Exactly. Nowhere to be seen. Dead. He didn't see the beacons were lit, exactly. What if Yukgit had blown Helm's Deep Wall before the Uruk-hai had gotten there? We're back to this again. Who needs enemies when your allies do this? Exactly. That is open. Oh, boy. Oh, really, oh, boy. Now, Yukgit does have double forging for his scouts, which is fantastic. But I think regular forging, armor, and bloodlines beats that. I'd rather have the extra HP from bloodlines. and be sitting at 65 HP instead of 45 as blue calls the GG. Devastating mistake there from Team BB. The link-up play just didn't work out for them. Look at this. They come forward, right? This is what they see. They don't have any eyes on the scouts whatsoever. They just see the archers. Blue's like, okay, I'll set up a tower. We'll start to push here. The tower will shut down his reinforcements somewhat. And Yukgit's like, yeah, cool, sure, whatever. And then he just absolutely leaves. Where is little bro? And this is a disaster, dude. And now he's panicking. He's like, I'm coming back. It's too late. Absolutely too late. Things like that, like the game was going fine for them. It was still probably a little bit better for Tag because of this. Oh my god, because of the eco for the Romans. I guess Yukgit was up there as well. But that's how quickly team games can shift. You just gotta stay together. Can't be running off looking for damage. Coastal Forest is a win for Tag. And Team BB down to their final chance here. I think it'll be Regicide Fortress. Dude, I don't know if this guy's using a sledgehammer, but it's like vibrating through my whole place. Muisca, win. Romans, win. Gitans, lose. Dravidians, lose. Looks like Tofu beat Amphi. Or Ampy. Well done, Tofu. Yamato versus Day 9. If this game goes quick, we might be able to jump into that. Hello, Dave. Thank you for being an important factor for public arousal. Okay, well, you're way too comfortable here. Thank you very much. Once again, we are switching blue to blue so that there is no confusion from people who can't differentiate. Z40 is playing as Saracens. Sora Kuma playing as the Koreans. Looks like we will start with the extra resources on this version of Fortress, although we do not have kings. Oh, no, we do have kings. They just don't show up at the top. Of course we have kings. Of course we have kings. We have little Waddle Bro over here. We've got little Confucius Bro over here. We have Merchant Bro over here. And then we have Chubby Bro over here. Goths for blue. Humans for Yukgit. Humans are disgustingly good on Fortress. Especially when you start with that res early. You'll get up to Feudal Age super quickly. You'll start the 2TC boom. And you should be able to scale a villager advantage very quickly. Saracens are also very good, though, if you want to go for a fast castle. And Saracens have an excellent Civ matchup against humans and Goths, to be honest. Koreans can be super solid as well. Are these random civs? No. No. Your opponents draft for you, so sometimes it does look like they're random civs. Hauxen, thank you for the 43, bro. Welcome back.
Less than 3.
Less than 3 indeed. Any gifters around? No? Yes? No? Okay. That one failed. Thought that would be a smoother transition. Is sling allowed? Once you get to imp, I think it's allowed. I've only seen people sling an imp. Oh, he failed. He didn't fail that badly, though. Yukgit, going for that second TC. Once I get the extra boar in, he's going to be fine. Quick, save the transition by gifting 100. Yes, thank you, Lars. Lars is a better streamer than I am. I've seen it. On OnlyFeet. So why exactly does Sora Kuma have 9 villagers in the queue? Oil has dried up. It has, dude. It has indeed. Feudal H coming in for blue. So what's the strategy with Goths? He definitely wants to go for an additional TC, which is why he's taking the stone here. Or an additional 2 TCs, rather. You long distance take the stone so you can get an extra 50, because you only start with 150. And then you can add 2 town centers immediately upon getting to Feudal or Castle Age. Our Saracens player, though, going for a bit of a faster Castle Age here because he can use the market. And then he could just buy back the stone. Any stone that he sells. Blue deleted one of his towers. Did he? Does it matter? Probably not. Castle Age. For Z40. He sold his wood. He didn't sell his stone. Saracens feel super comfy. But Cumans feel even comfier. The only issue for Cumans is if you don't kill them fast enough, the Saracens are going to roll over your face. It's next to the castle. Oh, he deleted it like out here? All right, castle ranking time. Do we like the Goth castle? It's a nice castle. Wonderful views from the parapet. Aesthetically pleasing shields placed around the castle. Wonderful Gothic Roman architecture. And some excellent viewing areas at the top. Cuman Castle. Wonderful combination of spiral staircases. Very squat, round build. Aesthetically built into a cliff side. Natural rock formations on the sides. Some growth on the sides, adding a little bit of color as well. And then, of course, a wood covering at the top to give it that nice, homey cabin feel. Yeah, I'm aware of Caesar. I'm not switching off this set for that, though. Korean Castle. Wonderful Eastern architecture. Tiled roof. Beautiful tubes up at the top. Slanting down. Available water supply. A beautiful color as well, growing up on each side. Wonderful mixed stone texture on the outside. And some good offsetting colors at the top with some red wooden beams pushing upwards towards the top. And then finally, Saracen Castle. Beautifully uniform. Utilitarian. An extremely defensible position. Wonderful cylinder-shaped segments on each corner that you can use to view everyone around you. I would give my #1 ranking to the Saracen Castle just because I grew up with it. It's a beautiful castle. It's a wonderful castle, and it serves the purpose of a castle. These are just a little too cutesy for me. These are castles from Etsy. This is a castle from Home Depot, baby. Okay. So everyone's booming. Well, maybe not. We have a petard from Sora Kuma. No units whatsoever from Yukgit and from Blue. But it's 48 villagers already from Yukgit. Next best is 32 from Z40. So the boom is pretty far ahead from our Humans player. Does Saracen Castle with all those cylinders even have corners? Not really. It's just a great castle, dude. It does exactly what you want a castle to do. Sora Kuma is now pushing forward with villagers as well. So he's going to try for a petard boom war wagon push with towers. And he knows he only needs one petard because his opponent's in Feudal Age. It'll be a double market wall, though. Triple market wall from Yukgit. He's going to try and keep these petards out until he gets to the castle age. And then it'll need more than one petard to get to the stone walls. It is a quadruple market, cinco market wall from Yukgit. Wonderful defense here from him to keep this stuff out of his base. Beautiful. He can actually end up deleting these ones. And now Sora Kuma's feeling like an idiot for not making more than one petard. You can delete these other markets. That's 600 wood you could get back. Z40 still on 3 TCs. We got 4 TCs from our Goss player. And his Siege Workshop now coming up from Yukgit. He's also making some Kipchaks. Not the most impressive unit, if you ask me. But they are bald, so there you go. Fletching is on the way. Good pressure here from Sora Kuma, though, on all of the wood lines. Yukgit will go over to this side. He's at 57 villagers. Z40 is now at 56, so he's caught up. So has Blue. However, if we look at the res collected, bop! Very far ahead for Yukgit. Uh-oh. The war wagons are in. I don't know if Sora Kuma has even killed a villager yet. He has not even killed a vill yet. That's crazy. All this investment has definitely done damage. It's definitely delayed the boom from the humans. But not killing a vill yet while having war wagons inside is... This tells you how good of a job Green has done so far. Another tower coming up on another wood line. This wagon went down. The Kipchaks are doing negligible damage against the war wagons over here. The extra arrows are helping. The Mangonel might end up helping, but it's a difficult defense for sure from Green. Ranged units without ballistics are awful for hitting, yeah. And these war wagons are going down. Oh no. They're so weak. It's a very expensive units here. Very strong units from Sora Kuma. And he's still 1 TC because of it. He's just trying to get as much damage as he possibly can. And I think once this is down, he just runs right in. Oh, baby. Problems here for Green. Finally, some villagers fall. The TC won't be doing that much damage against these war wagons at all. Neither will the Mangonel. And the Mangonel dies immediately. One Huskarl being created here from Blue. Maybe he can send that over and help out his ally. I mean, his ally kind of needs it at this point. These things just run right under the town center. It kind of feels like Tag is playing towards the Saracen late game. They just want to disrupt the humans as much as they can. And then they'll let the Saracens deal with the Goss and the humans on their own, which is definitely doable. You can definitely win a 1v2 with Saracens against Goths and humans. They can't do anything against Mamluk. How important is Thumb Ring for Kipchaks? I mean... Not something you would want to get right now. Another potential doubt castle here from Yukgit. He's trying to get it up. It'll be able to take care of this tower that war wagons are going down, and he still has 70 villagers. He has 30 villagers ahead of Sora Kuma, but Imperial Age is on the way for Z40. I think the question is, like, can they stop the Saracens? Is there an argument here to just full kill Sora Kuma with your Goth spam? I think you can. My man's at 42 vills. If you go in there and wipe him off the face of the earth, then you just try and survive as long as you can against the Saracens, might be the play. They're letting the Goths boom. It's fine. The other team's letting the Saracens boom, which is even worse. That's even worse than letting the Goths boom. How far is Blue from Imp? He's about to click up. He just needs to sell some res. $78 vills here from Yukgit. What's the relic count looking like? No relics for anybody. Okay. Imperial Age is on the way for Blue. I mean, they'll know that Sora Kuma's eco is terrible. One wave of Huskarls, and I think he's dead. But you also let the Saracens just build up as well if you do that. Green King, bro. Yeah, it's honestly not really worth it trying to go after this. You sacrifice a lot. I don't think you kill the tower before he stops you, and I don't think you can kill the king either. Look at score. I don't think green-blue will be afraid right now. Oh, they're very afraid. They know the Civ matchups. They know this is no bueno over here. And they know they need to hurry up. What takes down Mamluks? Good range units can, right? Mostly with Mamluks, you're just trying to stop them from getting to that critical mass. This is not a good fight here for Z40. We'll need to wait for that upgrade to come in. Like, Teutonic Knights are really difficult for Mamluks to deal with, right? Weirdly enough, Cataphracts also don't take that much damage from Mamluks. Although you never really want to be spamming Cataphracts into a choke point with Mamluks in it. Arbalest. Just a straight up 1v1 between Mamluks and Arbalest. The Mamluks will absolutely destroy the Arbalest in an open field. Once again, you have to have something. You have to have them sitting underneath a castle or whatever. They're just way too tanky. Still no bloodlines, by the way, for Z40. Red has no army? Yep. He doesn't. He lost a lot of them. He would have been better off just abandoning this position, pulling back, making the castle here, and just keeping his Mamluks alive. There's a nice little push here from Sora Kuma, but I mean, it's 96 villagers still for Yukgit. It's only 57 for Sora Kuma. Blue trying to snipe the Trebs with the bombard cannons. He's got Mamluks here. Still no bloodlines. No bloodlines, no husbandry. Does he have a stable? He does. He just hasn't gotten the upgrades from it yet. Probably forgot about that completely. He's also trying to make Trebs, which means that his castles aren't making Mamluks, which means that the Mamluk number won't be there, and he lost like 10 of them before. But still, helps die pretty quickly to these things. Castles are here as well, helping out. Bomber cannons trying to get repaired. Rams now on the way from the Goths, and the Goths' flood has begun. Still no bloodlines is brutal, bro. The castle will go down from blue, though. Sora Kuma's push onto Yukgit has been completely stalled. But he still has some wagons, so he's holding the line somewhat. If Z40 can get all of his upgrades in, which he's getting right now, Blast Furnace is great, Bloodlines is great. He actually probably wanted... He definitely wanted Blast Furnace before the final armor upgrade for these Mamluks. That was a mistake in the order of things, for sure. If he gets all his upgrades and gets a big mass... You can definitely still win on this side. Blue needs his own cannons. Yep. They'd be useful for sure. Oh, Z40. Z40 making a mistake. Why did he ever go in there? He's trying to stop these Trebs. Loses more Mamluks. He can't even afford to lose 2, man. He needs to keep this mass alive. Blast Furnace is now in, which helps him out significantly. Going to repair the castle. He might actually be able to keep this alive long enough. And the castle is being repaired. Blue still can't take that out. Koreans still trying to counter the Kip checks over here. With more war wagons, as Sora Kuma is now up to 83 villagers, but sitting in the castle age. What's the Mamluk number at? 9. Still only at 9 as coinage comes in, so maybe Blue wants to sling some of his resources over towards Yukgit. Another castle back over here from Z40. It's at 145 villagers. He needs more Mamluks. He needs like 50 of them. Good raid over here, though. That one scout killed 10 villagers. Man's been going crazy. Guy's been popping off. Ballistics would really help Z40 as well. Bodkin Arrow and Fletching and Bracer are already in for his castles, but Ballistics would be important for sure. Mamluks continue to just feast on these Halberdiers. Now we'll come forward for the Trebs too. However, look at this. The king had to eject from the tower. It's now in the TC. Difficult situation for Sora Kuma. Kind of seems like Blue can't break Z40 anymore. And he's just telling Yukgit, listen, take Sora Kuma completely out of the game. I've got this guy tied up over here. In like a non-weird way. I can delay him for a few more minutes and that's it. Mamluks are frying, bro. 60 kills already. Will Sora Kuma be able to live? That castle will go down. Elite Huskarl now on the way for Blue. He's got so much gold in the bank. He has so much gold in the bank. What can the Goths do, though? Like, hand cannon is a support unit. Bombard cannons would be okay. I don't even know, dude. Just send some Huskarls over towards Sora Kuma's base and then keep spamming Halb over here. You don't really want to go Cav Archers. I mean, Cav Archers might be your best support unit that you can make. Assuming you have infantry in front. It still doesn't feel great, though, in this situation. Siege Engineer is now on the way for Z40. He's also getting coinage, so he's thinking about sending some res over to Sora Kuma. Sora Kuma could definitely use the wood and the food, that's for sure. 46 Kip checks. for Yukgit. And Sora Kuma is still in Castle Age. We haven't looked over there very much. Now we got a big Mamluk army coming over. Uh-oh, we got 43 Mamluks in the Saracens. Is it enough to carry 1v2? It doesn't feel like there's any solutions over here from Blue unless Z40 isn't paying attention. This army should anyway, destroy the Kipchaks if they get close, but some excellent micro here from Yukgit. Whittles down that number early. They're like two-shotting these freaking Kipchaks. Where are the wagons? The wagons needed to be here. The wagons are chasing this away. And Sora Kuma lost his opportunity to clear this up. The wagons needed to be here when he came in with those Mamluks. They definitely did. He sacrificed a lot of timing here against Blue to send an army over there, and his ally wasn't even coordinating with them. He was chasing some random Kipchaks at the back. GG comes in. We go to a game 5. That's the moment where you could potentially turn this game around. If you full clear this, and then you send some units or some res over to Sora Kuma, but unfortunately Sora Kuma was like non-existent in that fight. He was taking the fight early, and then he pulls all of his war wagons back. It's 10 war wagons. That's legitimate. The Mamluks come over, and where is he? He's trying to clear this stuff. If the war wagons are here, all of this gets cleared. Regardless, game 7 is sick. Kipchaks are better than Mamluks, confirmed. I think there was a better way he could have taken that fight. If he patrolled in on scatter formation, then he surrounds the Kipchaks on this side, and he's not getting so much... Like, okay, so stand ground stack there with the Mamluks is really bad against this army. Your Mamluks are all firing at the same unit. You have 25 shots killing the same guy when he dies in 2 shots or 3 shots or whatever it is. If you patrol here on stagger formation, then you have multiple Mamluks hitting multiple Kipchaks. And you switch to aggressive. You don't need to go stand ground. That was like the worst way he could have taken that fight. All right. So win for the Goths, which is, according to Tag, the worst civilization, because they picked it first. And a win for the Cumans. And then on this side, we have a loss for the Saracens and a loss for the Krans, which are 2 very good civilizations. So we have Celts, Aztecs, Incas, and Lithuanians remaining versus Byzantines, Bulgarians, Sicilians, and Burgundians. And if I remember correctly, Wolf Hill has a lot of relics, does it not? Pretty good set. Really good set, actually. 32. Why do they have 32? Best of 7, 32-3. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate you. Let's run some ads here before the game gets rolling. I only have 10 minutes left on the ad timer. Do 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 do. I would appreciate it if everyone would check their Prime. I usually don't say this, but this month has been really slow for subs. For my sanity. If anyone has any available and actually feels like being, using it here, I would appreciate it. I can't remember the last time I asked if there were any primers. June 30th, I'm afraid. It's fine. So, Day9 won the first game against Yamato. Yamato tried to go, all in Burgundians, I guess? Bohemians?
Your mom groped me too.
Hey! There we go!
Take it to Twitter.
Mayorani,
would I
thank you
ever
for the
use
9
my prime
months.
on
Oh
you?
my god, I got them all, guys. I got them all. Thank you for the 9 months. We just had a kid. It's yours, not mine. Thank you. Why would you use your prime on me? I don't know. Trash Man, thank you for the 17 months, bro.
Right
Thank
here.
you. Glad Recycler, thank you for the 13. And Curryverse with the 5. That's enough. All right, thank you, guys. Thank you. It's very generous. Let's get into Wolf Hill, dude. Where's Tree when you need him, you know?
07.
Wise Turtle, thank you for the 18 months as well. No Prime available in Belgium. It's fine. Thank you so much, guys. That's really good. Pity, thank you for the 5 as well. Hell yeah, dude. Oh my god. Nice. Thank you so much, guys. It's very generous. All right, look, dude. Wise Turtle, Pity, thank you, guys. Primers, thank
Sorry,
you.
Dave.
It actually
no
worked.
prime available in Belgium, Dave. Oh, Dave.
Can't believe it. It actually worked. Unbelievable situation. Aztecs and Lithuanians versus Burgundians and Bulgarians. So 3 relic bonus civilizations here. Nano, thank you for the 11 months. Primer as well. Huge. Huge, bro. Awesome. I love it.
Primer.
Okay, game 7. We got to lock in. I got to lock in. So many relics in the middle. How many relics? So many. There's 24. Dadgum amount of relics in that center area. Lithuanians, I mean, they max out at getting, what, 4 extra? 3 extra? I think it's 4, right? 4 extra. So that bonus is nice. Aztecs has a wonderful team bonus for relics. 33% gold generated for their team. So if they manage to control this, it's going to be huge. But Burgundians also have a wonderful team bonus for relics. They generate food in addition to gold. That was slightly nerfed recently. I think it's down to 20 food per minute per relic. But it's still pretty good, right? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. And that's about as high as I can count. So if you get a good number of relics inside your monasteries, you're going to be... You won't even have to farm. You just have insane amounts of food. I think it's important, though, on this map. Crack Canuck, thank you for the bits, bro. Appreciate it. It is important on this map not to just hard commit to these, though. You gotta focus on trying to get pressure on the wood lines, trying to get pressure on the forward berries, potentially, which is forward for a lot of these players. And hitting them early, and then slowly transitioning to relics. If you find yourself in a situation where you're hard committing here, and you have 20 relics, but you only have 10 villagers, you're still dead. Dave's getting his comedic timing better and better. Am I? How was that? Was that good? Probably not. No? Damn. Honestly, no. But was it funny how bad it was? I thought Z40 gonna smash BB. Yeah, dude. I mean, this Yukgit blue team, if they keep their armies together, they're really good. They just have to keep their military together. Yukgit gets a little bit antsy sometimes. Also, I think Z40 kind of screwed up a little bit last game with the Mamluks, not massing them early enough. It was bad how funny it was. Okay. This is a very quick uptime for Sora Kuma. This is 17 pop-up. With the Lithuanians. So that he's putting that 100 extra food to good use. Still pushing in some of the deer. Still has plenty of herdables available for him. And it feels like he should be going into scouts here, right? Stable. Perfect. Building with 2 villagers. That's going to come out super quickly. His ally is 45 seconds behind him with the Aztecs, and he will play into archers. Meanwhile, on this side, we've got blue still 30 seconds away from Feudal Age. And then Yukgit with the Bulgarians getting to Feudal Age now. Now, I think this is a rare situation where Burgundians are going to play archers. Because Bulgarians can't really. Yeah, usually you'd see the Burgundians playing into cavalry. But like I said, the other team drafting your civs is it's a bit weird, right? Getting some uncomfortable positions. And archers aren't that bad here for Burgundians. They should have opened double stable. Nah, it's disaster. Fixed colors. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, I forgot. I was too... sorry. I had other things going on. There we go. Now blue is blue. Now blue is blue. Sorry, YouTube comments. I apologize for the confusion. Yukgit. Now I'm confused because the colors were swapped before. Blue once again comes in with his scout and kills a few pigs. It's fine. Whatever. Sora Kuma kills another herdable here. So now he's got all of this rotting away under his TC, but he should be okay. And now he's going for the tower, knowing that he will need to access these berries relatively soon. Scouts coming over from Yukgit. Will they be able to do any damage? Maybe on the wood line. Feels like no. The wall's already up there for Sora Kuma. It's going up on this side. He's going to have the tower here. He should be fine. Same story for Yukgit. Walls preemptively built towards the wood line. TC protecting the center. He should be fine as well. Until the archers arrive. And then there's some concerns. They do call this Wolf Hill for a reason. There's a lot of snow leopards, a lot of gray wolves all around this area. So you do have to be careful with your military or villagers coming forward. I'm going to comment angrily on the YouTube video when it comes out. Dude, I got a comment on a YouTube video yesterday, and it was like, hey, man, I live in the same city as you. You want to come for a barbecue to celebrate Canada Day? And I was, dude, if I wasn't in Brazil on Canada Day, I would be at that fucking barbecue, dude. That sounded like a good time. I gotta contact that guy. Maybe he'll watch this. He's like, I promise I'm not a weirdo. As if, man. Guys watching my YouTube videos, like, come on. We all know. That's a decision from Team BB to dive on this tower. And it might be a correct one. Sora Kuma's got 4 villagers in here. The archers are underneath. More archers are coming in for blue. The scouts are really pushing, but look at this over here. That decision means that Yukgit will have to deal with this force all alone, but his tower is going up further back. And he's not at the risk of losing villagers. I don't think Sora Kuma actually ended up losing any here, though. He didn't. And this tower does not protect the gold. It does not protect the berries. It just stopped the push. So the full commitment was certainly a choice here. Did it pay off? I don't know. You sound like someone who can be easily catfished. Dude, I'm 36 years old. What are they going to catfish? I'm a 36-year-old streamer. Congratulations, you caught me. You don't want my kidneys, bro. There are good quality kidneys, and there are bad quality kidneys. You don't want my kidneys. Okay? They're not high quality. They're Bush League kidneys at best. Good push here from Yukgit. He comes in, 1 villager down. Will he kill another one? Don't know. The archers are sneaking in now that the TC's not firing at them. But good block from Sora Kuma. And the TC gets a ton of damage. And the army is going down from Team BB. The military count is not there anymore. It's 25 to 16 in favor of Tag. And these archers are coming back to help out Sora Kuma's villagers over here. Meanwhile, over on this side, it's a second tower from Yukgit. He's trying to defend again. The scouts are trying to push in. It's 2v1 on this side and then 2v1 on this side. He is easily catfished because all it takes is an offer of beer. Thus, kidneys are worthless. Dude, you can't avoid random strangers on the internet inviting you to things. Okay? You just have to use your judgment to decide which ones are good and which ones aren't. My buddy I stayed with in Ireland was a dude that I had played a couple Age of Empires games with, and he sent me a message and said, I'm staying in Toronto, and this was years ago. Do you want to come hang out? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then we ended up hanging out a bunch, and he's one of my good friends. And I stayed at his mom's place in Ireland for like 4 days. And then he met me in London again when I was there for Red Bull. Apex? No. Not Apex. Apex is not from Ireland. So, we have more archers coming forward from Z40. We have half the military from Team BB. However, it looks like blue is about to click up to Castle Age. Z40 is angling towards Castle Age. And the wolves are going crazy, bro. My man is getting absolutely ambushed here. Will he lose any archers? Maybe not. He might be able to save them all. He does. Castle Age comes in now for blue. With Burgundians. Do Burgundians want to play into crossbows long term? Probably not. They probably want to make a switch at some point. He also wants to collect the relics, that's for sure. But they'll have to clear up this army first. If he thinks he's going to get a Castle Age timing, he'll need to try and save this army as well. Bloodline's coming in for Yukgit. How many scouts does he have? Only 8. It's 15 archers against 24. Castle Age is on the way for Z40. Bloodlines is coming in that stable, and it should complete on time. The scouts are in the back here. They'll have to wait until Castle Age comes in. They don't want to take this fight early. Do not want to take this fight, Yukgit. He's looking for the reinforcements coming forward. But you don't want to take this fight until Bodkin Arrow comes in for blue. And crossbow as well. See blue sending more military forward. He's got to be careful with that one. That could get collapsed on by this army over here. Now there's 2 stables forced out at the back. So Sora, Kuma, and Z40 with some good damage killing the production buildings forward. Yukgit mixing it up a little bit. Coming over here, getting some damage against Z40, potentially distracting him. As Castle Age comes in, and the crossbow and Bodkin upgrades are on the way. So 2 villagers dead over here. Yukgit coming in again. Not the greatest fight, though. Like, what are we doing there? Killing a couple archers, I guess? Not enough. Maybe enough to distract Z40, though. Maybe enough to delay him. Maybe he wasn't looking at his army. He finds himself a little bit too far forward. The crossbows are now chasing. That could have worked. He might have clicked back just a little bit too late. And Sora Kuma actually came back here with the scouts to deal with this, too. Castle Age is about to come in. Will he have any archers remaining? The scouts are showing up on the other side. If they can body block, the crossbows can maybe get there in time. Crossbows now dealing with the scouts from Sora Kuma. And a couple good moments here for Team BB. Can they get the monastery out? That's the question. Can you get the relics in? Because that's going to be a huge bonus. Controlling this middle area is so important, and Sora Kuma knows it. He's coming back with the scouts. Still crossbows for our Burgundians player. Eco ahead for Team BB. Military count is actually even now. This was a mistake to only send 1 villager out for that monastery, for sure. Still no Castle Age on the way for Yukgit. He's been struggling, right? He got hit by 2 players early. His farm eco is nice. But no wheelbarrow for him is really brutal, actually. 24 farms, no wheelbarrow. Ballistics is in early for blue. Z40 just gets it now. Blue is going to send another villager forward, and he's got a monk already thinking about getting these relics, but Yukgit has lost track of the scouts from Sora Kuma, and this villager might go down as well. Like, bro, we got to be sending 2 vills out to complete this. They'll come back now with the army. We'll try and clear this up. The monastery is going to try and go up. The crossbow is griefing him. And Castle Age finally on the way from Yukgit. Nice distractions in front from both of the scout players. Looked like blue was targeting the crossbows a little bit sooner than Z40 was. You could see more crossbow bodies here from Z40, but they're pushing in towards the monastery, and it's still not up. And now the monastery is going to go up from Sora Kuma and from Z40. Double monastery here for Sora Kuma. Z40 going for a monastery behind. Disaster. You had to get yours up early. And these relics are going to come in so fast, right? If he just shift clicks... Boom, 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 bang, bomb, boom. Like, these things will come in so fast, he's not shift-clicking. Unfortunate. Terrible for all the booms and the bangs. And the bings. Bang. That's 3 already. Here comes a 4th. And now guess what? His knights are 10 plus 5 attack. And he's got the Aztec relic generation on the gold, which is a team bonus. Disgusting. Monk coming out for these relics are all going to disappear so quickly. There's 8 relics in there already. Make it 9. 10. He's going to have a full monastery. 2 full monasteries. Should uncap the Lithuanian relic bonus? No, that's how it was when it was released. Wasn't it? No, it also applied to, like, Scouts and Light Cav and Hussar, right? And then there was the bug that abused it. Lithuanian Knights, so much attack, just eating through the Knights from Yukgit. Mangonel is here. Maybe a big shot. This could be a game-changing. If they can take out this army, maybe they can take those relics back. But I don't know. The gold generation is insane for Sora Kuma right now from those relics, and they weren't able to clear up this stuff in the middle. More monks coming forward from our Aztecs player to take more relics. Let's take a look. 1,000 gold already generated from these 11 relics with Aztecs as a teammate. Look at his gold fly up. He doesn't even need any villagers on gold. He doesn't need a mining camp. He can put all of that onto wood and the food and the stone. Oh boy. They really screwed up on this one. The Lithuanian Knights, 10 plus 5, 15 attack in Castle Age, destroying the Mangonels, destroying the crossbows, and I think that's it for Team BB. I think Tag wins game number 7 here. The relics being a huge factor. GG called. Great set. Good job from Tag, locking it down. Team BB definitely performed way better than I thought they would. Huge respect to those two guys. They had some great teamwork, especially on the open land maps, right? This one being the exception. It's a wonderful set. Shout out to Tag. They'll move through the bracket, and I think, oh my god, almost 2,000 relic gold already. Oh my god. What? Yeah, for a couple of minutes. Imagine that went on 10 more minutes. That'd be insane. So they'll move through to face either LY or Densha, who I think already played, right? I don't know what the score was from that set. I'm assuming LY. So it will be a Sora Kuma Z40 against, if LY makes it through, against Lixin Yo. Or not Lix. Is it Lixin Yo? I think it's Lixin Yo. Let's check. It is Vivian Lix and Yo.